Hi class, for these problems we're going to be calculating the slope of a line, but they're only going to give us the coordinate points. So what we're going to do here is the following. The first coordinate point that's given, label it as x1 comma y1, and then the second one will be our x2 comma y2. And then they want us to use the appropriate formula, so they're referring to, well, the formula that's up here. But let me actually rewrite it. In this case, the slope is equal to m, and this is just going to be an evaluation of, well, y2 minus y1 over the values of x2 minus x1. And we have to be careful, some of these could be negatives. Your y2 is equal to 4 minus your y1 is equal to 2 over your x2, so in this case 11 minus the values of 7. So on the numerator we're going to end up with 2. In the denominator, we're going to end up with 4. And then we reduce it. This is 2 times 1 and 2 times 2. So we can cancel a common factor of the 2's and end up with the values of 1/2. So in this case, our value of m equals to positive 1/2. That's actually it for this one. Some of these could be very messy because your coordinate points could be fractions or messy decimals, but that's actually it for this one. Let's take a look at the second problem. And on the second problem, we're just going to say that that's your x1 comma y1. And this will be our x2 comma y2. And then our value of the slope is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Your y2 is equal to 4 minus your y1, it's negative 5. So careful on this one. And then your x of 2 is negative 71 minus your x of 1 is going to be a negative 2. So on the top, we're going to end up with 4 plus 5. Keep in mind that we're looking at a double negative, which will simplify to a sum. And then on the bottom, we're going to have a negative 71 plus the values of 2. So on the top, you're going to end up with a 9 over, and this will be a negative 69. And it appears that we can actually simplify this further. And in this case, we're looking at the following as we try to simplify this value of the slope. So in this case, this is going to be, let me cancel the 3. So on the top, I'm just going to rewrite it as 3 times 3. And then at the bottom, that's going to be a 23 times 3. That's going to be the 9 and the 6. And you can cancel, well, one of the 3's. And we end up with the value of the slope as negative 3 over 23. And in this case, this will be our final answer. Let me just rewrite it. So the slope for this line, in this case, we end up with m is equal to negative 3 over 23. I'm putting the negative on the top, but that's actually it for this one. Let's take a look at the last problem. And the last problem has messy fractions, but same idea. So we'll just say that that's our x1 comma y1, and this will be our x2 comma y2. So at this point, well, we're gonna have that m is equal to your y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So your y2 happens to be a 5, so this will be 5 minus, and then you have a negative 2 over your x of 2 is a third minus, and this is just a half. So on the top, this will be 5 plus 2. At the bottom, it'll be 1/3 minus a half, or 7 over 1/3 minus 1/2. And then what I'm going to do here to simplify this one is I'm going to find the LCD of all the fractions. And in this case, it's going to be 6. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by the LCD. So this is minus 1/2. And as we multiply top and bottom by the LCD, it's going to cancel the fractions. But it will make some of the values larger, but that would still be, well, it'll guide us towards the correct solution, except that it'll be a little bit faster. So on the top, you're going to end up with the 42. At the bottom, you technically have 1/3 times 6 minus 1/2 times 6, or 42 over, this will be 2 minus 3. And I'm canceling these values since they're common factors. And that's actually it on this one. You're going to end up with, well, 42 over 2 minus 3 is -1, or the slope is equal to -42 or -42 over 1. I'm just going to circle the first one, since that would be okay to actually express it as. Okay, that's actually it for this problem. We did 3 problems that require us to find the slope of the line, and no graph is actually given, so they want us to use the formula. That's it.